News since 5, the investigation into a fatal crash in Schuyler County is continuing tonight. Members of the community are stepping up to help the victims' families. WGEM's Claire Edlin reports from Rushville.
Whether it's helping raise money,
businesses, organizations, the community has just really came together for this event, this tragic accident.
Or come together in prayer.
All they need right now is prayers.
I think the best way to pay respects right now is to pause.
Support throughout the community for the families affected by this tragedy are strong.
I don't think it's inappropriate to be hurting with those who've had this great loss.
Rushville Church of Christ pastor Jason Triplett will lead a candlelight vigil on the square tonight to pray for the 5 people involved in Monday's collision and for those near and dear who are grieving over their loss.
At times like these, people want to do something and they want to be able to help, and that's wonderful. But we're asking for prayer specifically.
Police say their investigations continue as to what might have caused Monday morning's crash that killed 72-year-old David Kofel, 57-year-old Angela Spiker, 5-year-old Maria Miller, and 3-year-old Andrew Miller and Noah Driscoll.
It's all into the Illinois State Police hands now to come up with, hopefully beyond a reasonable doubt, what might have happened, whether there could have been a health problem with one of the drivers. It could have been a mechanical concern, a blown tire, could be anything.
Redshaw says they hope answers can offer some type of closure
for all the families, so they need that just so they can accept what happened and rest in their own minds best that they can.
Claire Edlin, WGEM News, Rushville, Illinois.
And the candlelight prayer vigil will be tonight at 7 p.m. on the Rushville Square. On Sunday, a free will donation fish fundraiser is from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. and that will be at the Schuyler County Fairgrounds.